All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom, Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Come again on this platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely evening in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall and I will rest therein. Hello in the live chat. It's good to see you. Um, we're going to have a pretty good topic this evening, and I hope you enjoy it. And we're going to start with Ezekiel. We're going to go into Ezekiel 36. And I want those that are in and going to be in the live chat, we're going to wait a minute until a few pull in. And we're going to discuss many chapters and verse and seeing if we as the people are still searching, are still under some sort of desire to know truth or to want to rest in truth. Um, I think today that's something we all should want in this day and time so that we can have something to run with. But most people are going to try to run with what truth they call truth without knowing truth for what it is. And they're going to run with what they have come to understand in the last few years. And that's not truth. Um, this message is going to cause one to really think, you know, and say within himself, truly the Father is pouring out knowledge in these last days. I, as a prophetess in the wilderness, can definitely salute that because I am a living witness. Me myself, the Father is yet still pouring out uh, a lot of knowledge in me. And even though it's something that a lot of it I knew, but what he's pouring out in this day, I'm like having to say, okay, now I see you. I'm starting to recognize that knowledge he spoke of that shall increase in the last days. I'm a living witness to that. And you're not going to get too many people saying that is because they're not looking for the knowledge of the spirit to be poured out. They're looking at the knowledge of technology of the world. They're looking in that direction and hoping that they can enhance in that area. Like you see a lot of people using AI pictures now on YouTube. So you see they are even the last people should be dipping and tipping into AI is Judah and the house of Israel. They should never go over in that area, period. But to them, they feel anything to enhance their page in a way that they can put up pictures to make it appear to be individuals, and it's all detached to AI. Now, this is what I'm saying. This shows you that they will buy into Israel and Judah will buy into anything that's going to enhance their ability to earn. You see, they ain't looking at the fact that wait a minute, I better not be tapping in into this here. Let me just leave it like it's being as far as the pictures that they upload or bring yourself or put yourself and speak to the people. Instead, they rather go into AI, pull up all kind of pictures, and now almost, I'm gonna be honest with you, you got almost 75% of people putting up AI pictures onto their page. But yet, watch this. I'm gonna mess you up. AI is right here because the first thing you see is the AI picture. And then they come and try to preach and teach you spirit and truth. They ain't, that shows you right there. They ain't giving you spirit and truth. If they have to dip in AI, pull some out to represent their message. See, y'all don't think like that, do you? But that to me, it shows that people have never been what they portray to be. I don't care if they've been on here 20 years. I don't care if they've been here 100 years. They showing you really what field they are growing in. Is it the wheat or the tare? It's actually showing you. It's being revealed to you, because that's what they're doing. They're tapping into AI and using all these pictures. You cannot sit and keep putting pictures up that's not people. And AI then master the pictures and place them. Then you'll put those pictures up and then preach out of your instructions and direction book. Then teach out of your instructions and direction book. I wouldn't suggest no one go in the area. I don't care if you got a business. And if you are born again, if you are of the spirit, do not tap into AI. Okay. Now, it's going to come a time where we all going to have to be forced to really behold AI. But people don't even understand how much they are supporting the other side of the fence. That's what a lot of people do. They straddle the fence. They want to show you them on one side and show you them on the other side, and you sitting there thinking you getting something that is really falling under the righteous and the just of Yah. And no, you only are falling under the individual who have decided to ride the fence and teach you from that end. And you decide, okay, I'm gonna ride the fence too. And how you doing it is you watching this individual flip over from AI and then to their message, because important for them to bring forth the message, they have to have a picture of AI. Just put the basic, just do like you've been doing before AI was offering you these type of pictures. They can't do it. Anything I say the evil bring forth, it's like Judith must take of it. I cannot explain it. It's like they got to they feel that they have to dip into it, because as if they don't know any better. So I say unto you, any way possible, stay away from AI. And I believe, just like all these platforms, there are many of people addicted to these platforms. There are people addicted making videos, and there are people greater addicted to listening and being on here and hearing a lot of chaos on these platforms. But Sister Deborah, that's why Sister Deborah makes sure she go in and out, because I don't want nothing to tame me to the point where I feel I got to be on here. I don't have to be on anything. And you know what? As a little girl, that's how I've always been. I follow rules, but I don't like rules put me in bondage. Okay? In a way that I'm not human or I'm not able to function. You see, you would think Judith would be fed up to the highest level of all this, but they're not. They're the weakest link to Israel, because Israel was to look at them and see them do what is right. But Judah is worse than Israel itself, even though it is a part of Israel. It's a tribe as well. And even though I'm just speaking of Jacob's other sons versus Judah. Judah was the one they were going to look at. And even the Messiah came out of Judah. So you would think that Judah would have it like this here. Yea, Father. Yea. And they would be obeying the Father. They would be walking in whose footstep? The Messiah. Yeshua. Because why? Because Yeshua came out of that tribe. So you would think that they would, but they won't. They won't, y'all. And that's why I said that it's like a losing, because it's like they won't and they will not and they have not showed no example of who they are as far as standing before the Most High Yah in any shape, form, or fashion, as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and David and them did. You see, so what Judah do today, Judah followed Judah from the flesh. Judah don't have no detachment to who? The Messiah. They're quick to say the Lion of Judah came from out of their tribe. But what have they showed as an example that they are going to walk the footsteps of that Messiah that came out of their tribe? None whatsoever. They're not going to come nowhere near it. I have to do something right quick. I will be right back. All righty. It was 104 degrees here, and now it's rainy. Okay, now what we were saying about Judith, when I went into the ladies' room, which is the bathroom, and the Spirit spoke to me regarding Judith, and was saying to me, if now this is what he said. He said, if the heathens would say that we would give you reparation if you would destroy half of your tribe. Now, where did that come from? I don't know. He said Judith would do it. Judith would take reparations if he could get it for destroying half of his tribe. Yes, he will. So the Father is telling me is you own it 100%. This is the type of people they are. And a lot of people try to run from it and deny it. And that's why the healing can't take its process, can't heal, because the denial is so great. And if the denial was toward righteous, then that'd be a different thing. I mean, if it was based on righteous, but they deny that unrighteous is unrighteous. That's how Judith is. They believe that unrighteous, they won't see nor embrace or try to work with the fact that Judith is unrighteous in many ways that they conduct themselves. Instead, they will not accept unrighteous because they don't want to accept it, even though that's what they cater to. You see? So that's why there's no healing. See, in life, if you accept something, then there's repentance, because you can't repent towards something you don't accept. I don't know if that makes sense to you. You cannot repent towards something that you don't believe or you don't feel that you need to repent for. That's why the forest of repenting is not a natural thing. See, a lot of people think it's a repent of the flesh, where you go and open your mouth and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, please forgive me." No, that's not repenting. See, the Father had the repent that the Father has created is to repent of the inner man to the outer man. That inner man got to feel something. There got to be a feeling down in there that corrects that outer man that says, I will never return. Because repent means to turn from as well. And it has to turn from the inner man out to the outer man, because the outer man ain't going to repent. I don't know if y'all know that or not. The flesh is a battle between the spirit. It is not going to repent for unjust and wrong. So it has to come from the inner man with the repent so that it can spread on the outer man. You see, because if you're waiting for the outer man to do a righteous repent, you can hang it up. Do you know why? That's why they couldn't repent back in the days. That's why they couldn't turn in the days. Because this repent is two. One for the flesh and one for the spirit. And most people who repent don't have a really repentant heart to repent. They just, it's a tradition. It's a way of doing something just to be doing it. Because repent, even in the flesh, it should go down deep in your inner man of feeling and remorse, but it won't. So the spirit of repent is when you feel that thing. You feel the conscious of not the in the conscious in a sense, the feeling of, hey, I'm wrong, and I need to ask for forgiveness. I need to feel this thing. You have to feel the true repentance. But the natural for the flesh, you don't have to feel that. All you have to, you can feel yourself saying, "Oh, I repent, I'm sorry," but that's not the real thing. That's not the real deal, y'all. So Judah don't know how or do not desire to go over in that area to and the reason why I'm talking about that is on the top of my sheet here, it got, you can't change Judah. I had to put, and that's not even my topic, but I had to put that there to talk about, because I do have two individual men that has a blog of that's actually on YouTube and been on there for some years now. Yeah, some years. And they're trying to really work with their brothers. They trying to work, and it's good. It's a good thing that they do that. It's a good thing. But like when I message one, comment on one, I was explaining to him, bro, you got to come from the end. You can't come from the out of Judah. Judah ain't got nothing on the out of him that want to do right. You know, if our flesh is our worst enemy, let me tell you something. Judah don't want to do nothing right on the outer man. You got to come, if you talking about tackling Judah, you talking about tackling the brothers, you got to come from within. That's the only way. And you can't come from within, because when you come from within, y'all gonna meet you there. That's how that's rolled, y'all. See, a lot of people don't know that. They'll sit and think you talking bad. You know, no, I'm giving you the keys. Keys to what? To the kingdom of heaven, even healing on the earth. I'm giving you the keys. So he talked and he sounded really good. This individual, he sounded really good, and he had a good message and everything. And when he finished, I said, let me message him and let him know, bro, that's not the route to go after the brothers. Judah is doomed. Only way you can go after Judah is the spirit. That's the only way you're gonna go after Judah. It's the spiritual right. If you thinking, well, we cool, we can change. And this one is talking about how Judah men are, and how they are the fault of the way everything is going on in our tribe, among our women, and they're hateful women. He's covering it all. And is he telling the truth? 100%. That man is telling it the truth. But guess what? That truth that he's telling is for the flesh. Pull over in the spirit realm. Only way you're going to be able to get to Judah, bro, is the spirit realm. And you don't know that way. Y'all get the point? You get the point I'm saying? People don't understand. You cannot come to individual the flesh way and think you can conquer, or you can have, or bring you can counsel someone, or you can teach someone, or you can even minister to someone. I'm telling you, that's why he says finish. Either they gonna hear the ones that I got out there, Deborah, or they ain't gonna hear none. They can go on and hear the ones that they already heard, because it ain't gonna be like everybody wants to paint the beautiful picture that it is. No, that ain't how the Father's gonna rumble this time. You got to either come from the spirit realm or sit your tail somewhere down and get somewhere and sit down, because there's no other way, y'all. It's no other way but the spiritual route. And when a man, even a woman, when we go the spiritual route, guess who's gonna meet us there? The Most High God. Now, gonna say, he gonna pull up, he gonna say, now what's up? He gonna pull up, he gonna say, now what's up? You see? And by him knowing all things from left to right, up and down, good and bad, he know it all. Why can't you come to the one in the inner man who knows it all? The outer man don't know nothing. It be lucky it knows 10%. no 5, no 4, no 2%. And the way you conquer any and everything is from the inner. You got to wrap the situation in the spirit, you guys. You got to come from the spirit realm and deal with these situations. Now, this is the key. I can sit and I can say, Judith can't be changed. Judith is too far gone. Judith is lost. Judith is hopeless. And Judith, I can say all of that. But when you pull up in the spirit, you got to stand down with it. Then everything I say got to stand down. Because now if they come to the spirit realm, every word I say has to drop. That's how powerful the realm of the spirit is, willing to delete anything that someone need help with or deliverance from. When you pull up with the spirit, everything else got to what? Stand down. You see? And that's the way. But me, myself, I look at it and I thought about how I was on here 6 years ago, hooping and hollering, trying to figure out why these individuals who got these pages and these talking about awakening and we the people and all this, and every time they teach, they wouldn't put the key even in the door. So I'm sitting here going crazy, saying, put the darn key in the door. And I kept doing it to the Father. Said, Deborah, what are you doing? What are you talking about? I said, Father, y'all, they out on these platforms teaching and preaching, call themselves talking about you. But Father, they won't put the darn key in the door. They won't even put the key in the door. And I'm hollering. And hey, y'all, it just mentally just threw me off. I had to get off of YouTube because I couldn't understand why is it they just didn't put the darn key in the door. Because they didn't have it, he said. He said, who gave them the key, Deborah? You mean they out here talking this and they got the key? See where I'm at? You mean they have the audacity to be on these platforms teaching the mass of people without the key, Father? He said, Deborah, they can't get the key unless I give it to them. You mean they don't have the key? No. I've been on here 6 months and you mean none of them had the key? No. And I'm like, I got off for about 6 months. I got off of YouTube because I said, it didn't make sense. How are they on here saying they awaken? How are they on here proclaiming they know this, and they coming into a group and unified into groups and camps? Then I saw them on the corners. I said, how is that representing you? Dude, y'all ain't telling the truth. And I had to get off, y'all. I did that several times because I could not understand how they had the opportunity to lead the mass of you all. It bothered me that they could lead the mass on these platforms, Facebook too, without the key. And the Father had to cause me to stand down. Why did I have to stand down? Because you can't expect nothing out of them if they don't have the key itself. And that key is the same key that he handed Peter when Yeshua didn't even know Peter had it. Woo-wee! You're going to get in trouble. You see? He didn't hand the keys to the other disciples. He handed it to Peter. But wait a minute. Yeshua didn't even know that the key was handed to Peter, and he had no idea. That's why he even had to what? What did Yeshua do? He stood down. He came down. How did he come down? He had to say what he said. That means stepping down. He said, flesh and blood did not reveal that unto thee, but the Father in the heavens. Meaning whoever told you that the I am is the Son of Yah, it had to come from the Father in heaven. That's the keys. Knowing the truth of the whole matter. So here I am today, and I'm like saying that Judith cannot open doors. I don't care how long they've been on here. I don't care what they preaching, teaching, revealing, precepting, lining, little here, what Greek, what Hebrew, and they failed at Greek because they wore a lot of these Judith men got detached to Greek and now found out that Greek was crooked. You see? But that's on them. Because as I said unto you, it got to start within. And if you don't have that in inner man with that one that's greater than he that is in the world in you, you just out here clowning. And you winning. Are you winning? Yeah, you winning. Winning while you clowning. You see? Now we're finna get into something that's going to, hello in the live chat. It's good to see you all. We're going to get into a talk that's going to be out off the chain, and we're going to come from Ezekiel 36 and verse 26. We're going to come from Ezekiel. No, let's go to Ezekiel chapter 11, Ezekiel verse 19. Let's start there. Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19. And I'm going to ask questions, and I'm going to desire you if you know it or if you can answer. If not, it's okay. This is about really fun. Just having fun. Okay, and we're coming from Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19. What I'm going to be doing, I think this is what Yah is, that next level he has moved me to. It's a great deal with taking it and teaching it and making it interesting to others to be able to dip into what actually is being asked. Because a lot of times we believe and we jump into believing a lot of things and agreeing with a lot of things, and we don't even understand what we believe in, nor do or what we are agreeing to. Okay, but when one come and they're causing you to think and to speak in what you believe, and then you find out that wait a minute, it was more to it. Yes, always is there more to it, because we should be ever learning. Not the ever learning, never coming to the knowledge, but the ever learning and coming to the knowledge. Because he that is in us that's greater, he is the true teacher, and he teaches us all things. And he has not taught us all things in one. It's a spoon, like a spoon feeding us. He gives us what he know we can handle and what he measure in us. So it's no end to it. That's why I say unto you, 4 years old is where I started. Where can you say you started? Anybody in the live chat, where can you say that you started walking with Yah in the spirit realm? I say 4 years old. And the reason why I say 4 is because I was dealing with him as an unseen creator. But yet, I believed. I was talking to him even though I couldn't see him. I believed that he existed even though I couldn't see him. Who told me? I don't know. He that is in me must have told me. Yes, I would go down in the basement and talk to him. Because I believe in what I could not see, but yet I believed. Okay, so if we're going to, hello everybody in the live chat, it's good to see you. We're going to start in Ezekiel chapter 11 verse 19, and I'm gonna tell you now, it's gonna be power punching, because a lot of times, like I said, we've been taught one way. Sister Deborah ain't coming to deal with nobody on the level trying to teach you. Sister Deborah is just punching you straight in the gut with spirit and truth. That's just it. And the light. Why? Because if he's coming to get his and taking us to a place, it is said that we're not going to jump from A to Z and we're there. And that could be. It is said that there will be a traveling period. I think everything that's invested in us, not on the outside of us, but in us, is what we're going to take with us. We're going to leave family, friends, mama, daddy, sister. We're going to leave a lot behind, clothes, everything. But what we're going to have in us, in our spirit being, our spiritual backpack, our spirit and truth, and our light in our right hand is what we're going to take on this journey. Okay? Okay. Now, here we go. Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19. And it reads, and I will give. Now, who is this saying that I will give? Anybody in the live chat? Who is that saying? 4 years old for me as well. Oh, wonderful. That is wonderful. That is good to hear. That is really good to hear. And you know what? Every now and then I tell people it might have been 3, but I always say 4 because I knew 4 I had. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. All right. All right. That's what I'm talking about. See, I ain't the only one out here. Okay. So Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19, it says, and I will give. Who is this will give? Do you see that word give? So I want to explain to you all that you can get lost in who Yah is if you don't know who he is. You can really get lost in who the creator is if you don't know really who he is. So as I said this to you in Ezekiel chapter 11, and I'm waiting for the response, if you have the response within you. Ezekiel chapter 11 and verse 19, and I see it says, and I will give. And when I ask you all that question, who will give? That kind of made me feel sad. You're right. Yah, exactly. Yah. Thank you for that. Yah. That's who it's talking about. I will give. And let me explain to you something. You would notice that if you've been on here long enough to understand that you have to kick the word love to the wayside. Okay? You have to kick love to the wayside. Why? Because this same love that we use, if you turned it backwards, look, I don't know if you can see it. And just say it out. Just say that name out. Eva. Eva. That's love. Okay? And today, honestly, let me go and break that down right quick. I'm going to stop your hold right there. When you break the word love down and place it backwards, you get Eva. 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 You see? Now, when you place their God, G-O-D backwards, you get what? Dog. See? You get dog. Here it is on this side. You see the word? On this side, right here. Dog. When you turn their G-O-D back, you get dog. Where you all are in error is when you think that their words is the word. And Sister Deborah tried to explain to y'all, it is not. Their words is not the word. They have implanted and smeared this whole book in many ways. You need the Ruach in you to wipe it all up. And that's what the Ruach, the Most High Spirit, come to do, to clean they mess up so you can get it clean. Okay? So when I see love, I see Evo. Now, when I see their God, the word God, and it's mentioned how many times in the same book you carry around and you make it holy than thou, how many times is God in here? You turn it backward and mean what? Dog. You can't blame them for tampering with words because they're tampering with it so it can mean what they believe in. They're Yah. They're God. They're evil and wicked. So when you're grabbing this book and making it the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that's you. You got to be able to go in it and see what did Yah inspire to stand firm. So when he comes to teach you while you're studying, he comes to teach you to all things, to clear up everything and put it in the right order, because they have the right to turn everything crooked. They have every right. This is their world. They have every right to turn dog backwards and call it their God. They have every right to turn evil backwards, and it says evil. You see, they have every right to do that. It's you with the problem, because you got to be right in the inside, not on the outside, judging their outside. Be right on the inside where the Ruach is the true teacher, and then you can speak on what they're doing on the outside. But until you are right on the inside, you're about like they are. Now, when I see Ezekiel, now I'm just telling y'all, this is how he stopped me. I'm sitting here asking you a question. And my question to you is this. When Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19 says, and I will give, who is that giving? Who is that will give? One person said, Yah. Okay. And look at Yah, give and gave. Very good. That is exactly who he is. Give and gave. So see how when you see give and you see that Yah give, where in this verse it says Yah love you and he will give you. You're not going to see love. You see? But what you will see, you'll see that I will give, because he is the action of give and gave. He's giving you life. He's giving you his image. He's going to give you a new a heaven and earth. All he's doing is giving. And we going to live all these thousands of years and never knew he was giving and gave. And I think that's, I can't say sad, because he told me don't say that. Almost like, hey, Deborah, I orchestrated this thing from the beginning to the end. Don't be sad, because if you're sad, you sad at what I did. And I don't want you to be sad at what I did. I rule this thing. Okay? So don't be sad at me ruling this thing. I know who and what's what. So that's the way that it is. So now we know in Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19, it says, and I will give them. Now, who is them? Let's read the whole paragraph so that we can get an understanding. Then we'll go back and ask those questions. Watch this here. Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19. And I will give them one heart, and I will put in a new spirit within you, and I will take the stony heart out of their flesh, and I will give them a heart of flesh. So we know now the giver of these things is going to be Yah. But who is he saying he's going to give these things to? I'm going to go on and say it, Israel. Because he's giving this to Israel when he collect us from the four corners of the earth. This is what he's going to do to you once you get to the Mount Zion. Israel and Judah. Exactly. Israel and Judah. So this is what he's going to give you. Now, this is where it's at, y'all. Everything I said before I got on this chapter, you can see it right here. Because when we tell you something, he's talking to us as a people. He's not talking to the world right now. See how, Deborah, don't say sad. Don't say it. See how when he speaks to us, we can't really feel that thing and get that thing. To me, I'm already glorying and praising him. Woo! This is what you're going to do. Oh. And as I'm speaking, I can feel that you all are not even going to get this, because you don't know who he's talking to. You don't even know what he's talking about. But we finna dive in it and diving in it and going down to the spirit realm so we can pull this thing out so you all can understand that you're supposed to be feeling this. This is one of the verse and chapters. This verse here, you're supposed to feel that thing. Where you're supposed to feel it? In your inner man, in your spirit. You're supposed to be rejoicing right now. Because he's actually telling you what is the next step for Israel and Judah. And a lot of times you're going to be void because something is not in you. that need to be in you so you can feel this time. Now watch this here. Ezekiel chapter 11 and verse 19, we know that the Most High Yah said he was going to give them. And that's Israel and Judah, okay? And notice he says one heart. What do one heart mean? One heart. This is what he's doing for the, what's the word before it? Them. Not you, but them. Not you, but them. And then he said, I will give them one heart. What does that mean? Anybody in the live chat? Right, it does. It means one mind, but what is he saying when you add that one mind and you put them? What is that saying? Them to that one mind. See, like I said, for us now, we have a one mind in you and us. You see what I'm saying? But he's going to put them one heart, meaning one mind, okay? And what is that saying? Them, one mind. Okay, you said one heart is Yah. Okay, anybody else? One accord, very good. There, see how you see how you did that? You see? So you see how it's more than, look at your first answer, one mind. And look at your second one, on one accord. You see how beautiful that is? He's putting us in the oneness of mind on one accord. You see that? You see how you did it? You put one mind, which was correct out of one heart. But you left them out. But when you put them, it shows you the whole spiritual truth of the whole matter. He's going to give us a oneness of heart, which is a mind, and on one accord. Together. Very good. There you go. There you go. See, it ain't going to be you and him and her. It's going to be us. One heart, which is one mind, one accord, one togetherness. Are we like that today? Anybody? Are we like that today? Okay, what do you think? Do you think we are on one mind, on one accord, one heart together today? No. Very good. And I'm going to ask you another question, but watch this. Nope. Now watch this here. So he said that Christ is the head of the body, and we are in the body. We are the saints in the body. So can you say in the flesh, we are one accord in the body? Like a true body, yeah. No, we are not. And we're supposed to be. And not just what happened is, okay, let me go on and okay, someone says yes. No, we are not. Someone says yes. Now, listen to this. The question was this, what he's saying he's going to do, putting us on one accord, right? In the oneness of mind. Mind is heart, okay? And together, okay? Can you say that is who we are today, right now? If there was and is a body of Hamashiach, where all the saints, the 5 administrative positions, and all the gifts and the saints are in the church, which is the temple, will you say that we're together? Very good. Thank you. Spirit, we are. Very good. Awesome. That is awesome. You're able to know that. That is awesome. We are together only in the spirit because that's the way he see it. He created the body of Hamashiach. He see the spirit made up, right? Even though we're not where? You got it already down, not in the flesh. Very, very, very good. Now, the reason why I'm telling you that's very good is 99.9 don't know that. 99.9 don't know that. I ain't had no other choice. I measure any and everything based on the togetherness in the spirit realm. And that's why he suffered me to see so much that I can see. On down the line, I can see. I can see what yesterday really was. I can't come to you today and lie about yesterday because I seen yesterday. I know what yesterday is. You see what I'm saying? And when you put down there together, spirit, but flesh, no. To me, that requires somewhere in you to have some light. Because to say it the way you said it, it let me realize that, wait a minute now, if this is the body of Hamashiach, and my simple question was, are we together as we know of, in the spirit or in the flesh or whatever? And you had came out already before I can really climb on top, and you gave the answer. Together in the spirit, but we are not together in unity in the flesh. That's showing you how your flesh, my flesh, our flesh is our enemy. It will not let us unify in the spirit. It want to rule us. It want to take us from our most high Yah. That's who our flesh is. So our flesh is not unified. Our flesh is not together, which it should have been. It is the desire of the Father, but he knew that it wouldn't. That's why you go to Ezekiel chapter 11 and verse 19. He gonna clean that mess up. He gonna clean it up. And you're gonna learn something you do not know and you have not known. And someone says, absolutely not. Very good, very good. That is very good. Nope, we are kidding. What is that, kitten? Where are you kidding? Nope, are you kidding? Well, yep, that's it. So watch where we at now. Watch this here, y'all. Watch this here. Now it says in Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19, them one heart. So we know now that the plan of the Father is to give us one heart, which is one mind, in a oneness, according on one accord together. And we'll put a new spirit in us. Wait a minute, hold up, y'all. Hold up. This oneness of heart, is this the flesh heart or the spirit heart? That's what I'm supposed to have asked. This one heart, is it flesh or is it spirit? I forgot to ask that. Is this one heart flesh or is it spirit? Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19. It's spirit. Very good. Spirit. Very good. Exactly. It's spirit. Okay. And then it says, I will put a new spirit. What? Wait a minute. Why do we need a new spirit? And we down here talking about, we got the Ruach HaKodesh. We got the Holy Spirit. If you already have them in you, why is he pulling up saying a new spirit? What spirit is that? What spirit is that? I will put a spirit within you. What spirit is that? And where is he saying within you? What is within you? What spirit is it? And he said within you. What do he mean within you? So now I will put a new spirit within you. So the question is, what is this new spirit? Okay. And within you. Okay. Okay. And you saying that, and I would put a new spirit. Now let's go to Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19. Okay. Go to Ezekiel chapter 11. Oh, I'm on my page. Wait a minute. Yeah, Ezekiel. No, not Ezekiel. I'm sorry. Yeah, Ezekiel chapter 11. My fan blew my page off. Now, so we can understand. Now, so we can get this here. I can't believe it. Oh man, it went all the way back. Wow. Okay, Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19. Notice that new spirit. When it is of the Most High Yah, the S will be capitalized. Okay? When it is of the Most High Yah, when it's Yah's spirit, it's capitalized. This new spirit meaning a new spirit in you. Okay? Right. It's the one that's gonna to handle that one accord heart and mind. Exactly. So it's like you have to have now, but I get to the next question after. Now we have right now a spirit in us, our own spirit of his image he put in us. Okay, and that's a lowercase spirit. The Ruach can only come into our own spirit and abide there because he don't deal with the flesh. So only his spirit abide in your spirit and your spirit abide in him. And y'all become oneness from the inner man. Okay? But we do have a spirit right now, y'all. Every man has a spirit. Okay? But Yah does not, his Ruach does not abide in every man's spirit. Okay? And you are correct. One accord, that's what that spirit is for, to hold that one accord heart and that mind. And so it's a spirit that he's given us. Now, the spirit that we have now, that's not going to take the place, y'all. That's not going to be there. See, that's why I said when I got into this verse, I said there should be a joy. You know how Elizabeth and Mary, when they came together, both of them was pregnant in their early months, but the John the Baptist in Elizabeth's womb and Yeshua in Mary's womb, they leaped for joy. That's the way I feel we should be doing even in this here message right here, because it's teaching us in our inner man, in our spirit, that I'm going to redo some things, and I'm going to put all this good stuff in you and take out what's in you. So that's why I say unto you all about letting people put the traditions of the flesh on you, okay? And thinking that they can tame and get you to do the things of the flesh, and it is of Yah. It ain't going to amount up to anything, because even the spirit you have now, it's going to be switched out. You get what I'm saying? So you see how we put too much emphasis on the traditions of man versus the spirit that reside in us, that lead us and guide us from the spirit that was in us. The only reason why we got this spirit is so when the Ruach come, he can abide in us in this day and time. He ain't coming in your flesh and sit up in you. That's what the temple is, your spirit, where he abide. Okay? It's not your flesh. So here in Ezekiel chapter 11 and verse 19, he said, and I will put a new spirit within you. Now he's coming from a different standpoint as a new spirit in them. He letting you know in each one of them going to have a new spirit. So this is not a spirit of them. It's the spirit of each one of you all. He's putting a new spirit in. Okay. And I would take away the stony heart. Now, what heart is that? When he say in 19, I would take away the stony heart out. What does he mean by that? I will take away the stony heart out of their flesh. What is that? And what is he meaning? Right now we have the Ruach in us, right? And in our own spirit of our own, yeah. A flesh heart. A flesh heart. And yes, believe it or not, that flesh heart got a lot of wickedness in it. Okay? So it might even have hate in it. Okay? But he said, I would take away the stony heart out of the flesh. The fleshly heart. That's the real, your heart that's really there, that flesh heart. That's what he's talking about. I'm going to take the real flesh of your heart. Now, this is why I know something's wrong with people. This is how Sister Deborah knows something wrong. As I'm speaking this, right then, you should have a feel for, wait a minute, we going to have heart surgery? Yes, you are, and you ain't recognized. See, y'all don't understand the power and the individual who created everything on the that sits on the throne, sitting here telling us he's going to give us open heart surgery. And we still can't grip it. That's how cleaning up he's going to do. That's the type of cleaning up he's going to do before you can live in Mount Zion. Ain't no trash coming up in there. Now, why is it he wants to give you a new fleshly heart? Why? Why? Why is he wanting to do that? Yes, it's definitely beautiful. Because when I first got on it and I saw that word give, I said, you finna cut up, ain't you? Your first few words was give. So you wanted them to know, here I go again, Deborah, I'm finna give and gave them. And they ain't gonna even notice it. And that bothers me. It bothers me, truly. I'm teaching it and I'm speaking it, but it bothers me because I be wanting people to at least get a little something. You know what I'm saying? Get a feel of him, not me. And that's, I think, the part that bothers, because I'm like saying, Father, you finna tell them how you gonna do open heart surgery on them, and they don't even know what you're talking about. This is where you need the Ruach, so it can break it down, because the way man teaching it is of the flesh. Y'all send his to teach it of the spirit. Now, does sometimes you have to step into the flesh? Yes, to show it up. That's what I mean. That's why you have to have it from the inside, so you can cut up on the outside and make they tail sit down and stop clowning. You see? So here he telling us he's going to give us open heart surgery, and we send our tails up in here and say, we the people, we the Jews, we the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That trash don't have nothing to do with what he's saying he's going to do to clean you up. He's sitting here telling you, I'm going to do an open heart surgery and give you a new heart. You stand here talking about, I'm the true Jew. Sit y'all tails down. See, that's what I'm saying. And y'all probably think Sister Deborah just is loony. Yeah, I am. I ain't got no sense in the flesh. Mess with me in the spirit, I'll mess you up. I ain't got nothing in the flesh, and I don't care. Because if this flesh don't get under the subjection to my spirit, it ain't gonna have no sense either, which it don't. Because the spirit realm gonna tear it up from the floor. Now here in 19, he's actually telling you all that I'm gonna do open heart surgery on you. Now, listen to this, y'all. Why you want to do that? Why you gonna do that? Why you gonna do that? Y'all ain't figured it out, have you? Because of the stony heart, which is a hardened heart. You're right. But why is he going to give you a new heart? Wait a minute, hold up. Now, you know he already giving you a new spirit. Okay. He had already put you in a oneness of heart. Okay. So here he is now. I would take the stony heart out of their flesh, and I would give them a heart of the flesh. So he letting you know, heart, flesh. I'm gonna give them a heart, new heart there too, Deborah. I'm gonna take that stony one out and give them a new one. Why? Someone says a one mind. No, because this one here is the flesh. Someone said, no, we talking about the flesh. Why should you go in? Let me say this here. Why should you go into the hospital to have an open heart surgery to get a transplant? Why? If you needed it. Why? Nope. Nope. Come on now. Nope. Not a new life either. Life is the breath of life and his image, which is the spirit. He already told us he's going to give us a new one of those. Why would the Most High Yah want to deal with the flesh? Why do you want to deal with us on the flesh? You ain't about flesh. Why you want to give us a flesh heart? You mean y'all ain't figured that out? No, not that it's no contaminated. Oh no, baby. Oh no. You know he don't deal with the flesh, right? We know already the kingdom. He just sit on the throne. He don't deal with no flesh. So he's telling y'all, why is it you all so eager to go to the promised land and don't give a rat's behind why he gonna be cutting up from the floor up in it, cleaning us up? But we still standing around down on the earth. Yeah, we going. He taking all of us. We ain't caring about all the stuff we doing and how we doing it and the way we doing it. And we don't give a rest behind what he gonna do when he get there. What you mean you don't care? Why is it he has to give it to me and you not supposed to know nothing? That's a lie from the pit of hell. Because Sister Deborah finna park it in you and out of you before you leave this platform tonight. Go back. Let's go back. Let's dissect this thing. If you were going to the hospital and the doctors them said, we're going to do open heart surgery, we're going to do a heart transplant. Why would they want to do that? Come on now, y'all. If you can say what man can do, pull up and tell me what y'all can't do. Come on now. Give him that glory in this thing. Because it's real. It shows you the level of how we have not served the true and living creator. Nope. You want to live and right and be holy. Nope. Because we're dealing on the flesh. Don't forsake the flesh, y'all. Everybody throwing spirit in there. Let's take the spirit out. Yah is revealing to y'all today that when I told y'all that when you get to Mount Zion, that's holy. On that mountain, the heathens is going to exalt and praise me. And they got a different God. So y'all got to pull up the power on Mount Zion. You got to understand what is actually taking place before you get there. And you should, because I believe there's going to be a travel where he's going to purge them out. There's going to be chaos. But that's why the glory, when we hit that Mount Zion, gonna make us feel it was worth it all. No matter what the journey and how the chaos and the purging and the death and everything else taking place, when we get to Mount Zion, it's going to erase every trouble, every issue, every pain, every tear. It's going to wipe away every tear and pain and heartache when we meet that Mount Zion. Now, somebody on here got to tell me. We can't put it we can't put right? No good thing dwells in the flesh. But y'all pulling up on you, baby. He's pulling up on you. Said, well, wait a minute now. Hold up. I just told you I'm going to give you a new heart. So what do you mean? Somewhere along the line, what is he giving you? That's what we won't come to. Thank you. There you go. The heart. No, wait a minute. The fleshly heart can't survive in the Holy Land. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. You're still here. Praise the mighty Yah. I like that. Someone had a heart, no transplant, and needed. I am still here. Praise the Most High Yah. And you was a child. See that? You see that? And you should know. You right now should be able to answer this, because that right there, as a child, I was born. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Hello.
Hey, what you doing?
Oh, I'm live.
Oh, sorry.
Now all is well?
Yeah, I was about to ask.
But Jonah, that's the thing. Not today, but I can get it. I get it. Huh? But hold, let me. I thought y'all was on the mountain now. All of y'all? Okay. Oh, but let me see. Well, let me do that then. Let me do that. Okay. Okay. He just did what? Okay. Well, can you hold on? Can you wait? Okay, but I get it. I figure it out. I figure it out. Okay. Okay. Bye bye. My son is in Colorado in the mountains. One of the campers got sick, and they got him at the emergency. Not in the emergency. They at the hotel. Where is that at? Arizona, somewhere up in there. And they had to take him to the hotel so that his parents can come way down there to pick him up. He's sick. That's some crazy stuff. They were supposed to went up to the mountain today, because he called and told me, oh my. And now he's saying the company's credit card is not working. I cannot believe this here. Hold on, you guys. Please, somebody answer that question about that that heart. Is this heart a flesh heart? And you know he said he don't deal with us in the flesh. So somebody, I'll be right back. Okay. He said that's okay. You all, that's that same thing I be telling these kids. I be telling these kids, they grown, and I'm telling y'all, that's the hardest thing for me as a mother, is when I beg them to do not go out into these places. Don't go across country, over another country, continent, and over in places you ain't got no business. You don't have the resource to be out there like that. But the people, the kids today, even though they're adults, they don't have a sense of order. You see, they don't do things in decency and in any type of order. Now you're out there and you're looking for me to do what I do always. What did I tell y'all? The first thing they don't let them fall. You see how I did that? I should have. That's the part I was explaining to you all in a video. Not letting these men fall. Let their tails fall. Matter of fact, let them bust their heads. That's how they learn, you guys. Women, that's how they learn. They don't learn with us trying to help them and trying to keep them from falling. Let them fall and bust their heads. That's how they learn. And as a mother, it's hard. Because you see, that's the baby boy. I'm jumping in, knowing I can't do nothing to help him. But hey, before the night's over, I'm gonna come up with something. But I'm so glad that he texted back and said, Mama, the company wired over something. I don't know why they got him and them other camp leaders out there with all those children on taking them in the mountains. And y'all know who these people are? The fake. The fake. I cannot tell him. I try to tell him, get away from it. No, son, don't do it. For 4 years have I begged. First thing they want to say to you that you're the wrong one because you're trying to stop me from doing this. But I'm telling you, I'm talking and ain't even got my headphones on. So let me get back into this lesson because it's an awesome one. Now, what's this? What have anybody come up with the truth? Anybody? Somebody said they need a cheat sheet. You ought to quit it. And they don't. They these grown kids. No, I mean they don't do that. So here we are to the spirit. I mean to the heart. I have to pull on because up in this here messages, you all gonna get really tied up. But you're gonna when you leave out tonight, you're gonna have your backpack, something to put in your backpack, which is spirit and truth. Now we still in Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19, and we stuck on the stony heart out. And not the stony heart out. Yeah, the stony heart out of the flesh and give them an heart of flesh. You know what I like about that? And that's beautiful. Let me see. The hardness and the most thankfulest job is the world is being a Negro. It is. It really is. I'm telling you. You said that. I'm glad you said that like that. Because even though I know for a fact, if they knew their position as men, I'm talking about they heaven called, appointed, anointed all men to be as a man, that you will realize they got the most biggest job on the face of the earth. But because they never took the job, Adam took the crown off in the garden. They never took the job. So it was left to the mothers. Okay, somebody said we need a new heart so he can abide with us. Okay, y'all ready for the truth of the whole matter? Okay. Many of you all pretty much go under a lot of teaching, meaning others teaching you, and not tarry for the Ruach HaKodesh itself. Because when it speaks of the Bible, okay, when this book speaks and is saying something about a heart, I have explained to you all, you have to put it in the proper order. Heart comes two ways: heart of the flesh or heart of the spirit. Okay, there's a heart of the flesh, there's a heart of the spirit. You have to know that there's twos. With this one here in Ezekiel chapter 11 verse 19, he's explaining to you, notice the word them. That means everybody that's going to hit Mount Zion is going to receive no. He want me to back up. I just saw that. I didn't see that at first, y'all. He wants me to back up. Now, back up to where it says, the stony heart out of their flesh. There mean everybody is going to have that stony heart taken out of their flesh. What's the next word? Will give. Okay? Will give. Do you see love there? You see give. See, this is why I say even the power won't come for you and the power won't be in you, because you got to recognize that the creator is a give and gave. According for you to have the power, he has to give and gave it to you. Gave is before the foundation of the world, and give is what you need when you're on the earth. He give and gave. So here he had me to back it up and make sure I inform you of and will give. There go give. You know how we talk about give and gave. There go give. He's finna give you something. Now, what he's about to give you is not spiritual. The fathers want me to let you understand. On Mount Zion, there's not going to be sickness, pain, crime, and heartache. Because I'm chaining Satan up for 1,000 years. So just imagine how long we're going to be up there. You're not going up there in the spirit only, y'all. You're going up there in the flesh. So if he's going to instill a heart of the spirit, what he got to give you something for that nasty flesh. To what? Uphold your flesh so you can live in the flesh. He's preparing all this good stuff for your spirit. He's giving you a heart in your spirit. But your spirit ain't what's on Mount Zion. Your flesh is. So he has to, without a doubt, give you a flesh heart so you can live in the flesh on Mount Zion. Mount Zion is not going to be you in the spirit living like the kingdom of heaven. In the kingdom, there's not going to be no flesh. On Mount Zion, there's going to be flesh. So, Deborah, for them to survive and live in that fleshly body, I got to put a new fleshly heart so they can live healthy in that what? Flesh. Why? Because I'm going to give them a new heart in the spirit. And if I give them a new heart in the spirit, what is that to say? They bring in an old heart. A lot of them got high cholesterol, blood pressure, diabetes, heart, all kind of heart problems, kidney problems. They got all of that. So I'm going to give them a flesh heart so that their flesh can be brand new on Mount Zion. Y'all, you don't even know. It's gone over your head. The blessing that would be. Now, the people down below, they're going to still be having high blood pressure, diabetes. All the people in the world are going to be still having those issues. But Judah, Israel, you're going to be on Mount Zion. You're getting a heart transplant by the king, by he that sits on the throne, going to give you a brand new heart of flesh. While the people that's in the world going to be still using their same old beat up cholesterol, heart problems, heart that's in them. You see what I'm saying, y'all? This is what I tell y'all, that we miss him. So if you think for 1 minute he has to stand and keep on dealing with us to try to get us to understand him, no, he don't. He says it's over. It's finished. This is what he means. I done said it, Deborah. If they gonna get it, they gonna have to get it from you, baby. Because I'm not coming down there to teach them nothing. Everything is already written from the kingdom, and I put it in them. That's the part that bothers me. How is it you put them in them and they know not? He said because they wanted to worship the creature instead of the creator. So we want to worship man instead of the one who created us. 100% true. I salute that, Father, Yah, in the name of the Most High Yah. Yeshua HaMashiach too. I salute that. So here we sat a good 15, 20 minutes on knowing what a heart of flesh is. And that's sad. Because if the world had to tell you a new heart, bam, you got it. That's sad. Okay, Father. Okay. Let me stop saying sad. Let the doctors tell you need a new heart or you need a transplant, a new heart transplant. Watch you sign every paper and get in there so you can get a new heart. You're going to have a full understanding what that new heart is. But when Sister Deborah tell you that the Most High going to do that on Mount Zion, you don't know what the rat's behind going on. Do y'all see how being in the spirit is so important? Because it's going to pour down spirit and truth with the light in the right hand. You see what I'm saying? Now he's telling us that he's going to give us a new heart, as if Sister Deborah going to the hospital and they tell me I need a new heart transplant. And guess what? When we tell y'all why I know it went over your head and you really don't get it, let me explain why. Because the heart that he's going to give us, he said he's going to put it in us. It's going to be a new one. The heart, if the world tell me I need a new heart transplant, I might get a man that's 40, a man that's 45, or a woman that's 40, a girl that's 20. I might get her heart. Is that a new one or a usual? It's a usual. So I'm trying to get y'all spirit tuned in to a spiritual creator who says that I'm going to give you a heart of flesh, a new one. Not a used one. Not a used transplant. I'm transplanting you a new heart for your flesh so you can stay on my holy ground. Now, wait a minute. What do the holy ground have to do with the new heart? Nothing. Because if you're on the holy ground, guess what? Ain't nothing around you going to take your life. You're going to be living a long time. So you're going to need that heart for your flesh. Because you're going to be living a long time. And then he's going to give you a new heart? Come on now. You got a long time to live. You see what I'm saying, y'all? We don't even check him on that. That's why he says over. Revelation chapter 10. It's finished. He said when that seventh angel blow that trumpet, it's finished. Anything you're going to get, you're going to have to get the mystery from my prophets. From his, not the world's, but from his. That's what people can't divide. They can't seem to divide the world's from Yah's. And those are two, but they can't seem to divide it because they don't know nothing about the twos. So they get tangled up with saying the spiritual prophets are the worldly prophets, and the worldly prophets are the worldly prophets. So where is the ram in the bush? Where is the ram in the bush? Y'all always have a ram in the bush. Where is the ram in the bush? It's all the prophet fake and false. See, that's the sickness of the flesh. Won't let nobody's spirit understand y'all got ears on this earth. Let's continue, because this is going to get a little bit deeper. Okay? So, what did that lead me to? Okay. That led me back to Ezekiel 36. We are about to get in trouble. If you thought you knew something, you're going to find out you ain't never known nothing. Now, here we go. Ezekiel 36, and I would like to start with 24. Ezekiel 36 and verse 24. For I will take you from among the heathens. So the Father is letting you know, I'm going to do that. I'm going to take you. Oh, that dog is outside. And it's thundering. Oh, my goodness. Whew. Again, hold up. You didn't know what that was, huh? That's thundering out there. See you later. You all, I really apologize for that. Honestly, I thought I put them in, but it's thundering outside. So you guys, there go the next one. Ezekiel chapter 36, verse 24. Now, here we go. For I will take from among the heathens. Now he's at the point where he's taking Israel and Judah from among the heathens and gather you out of the countries. Now he's gathering you first, okay? And will bring you into your own land. See, he's gathering us first. So somewhere along the line, say for instance, if we got Israel is over in Africa, Europe, or Russia, China, United States, German, he's gathering. And see, that's what a lot of you all don't understand. Stop trying to orchestrate his hand. That right hand got everything in control. He don't need you to tell him what to do. When your hands is off, his hands is on. That lets you know, stand down, keep your hands off what he got planned. Just keep your eyes looking up. Okay? Okay. So here he is. He's right here in Ezekiel 36 and 24. He's letting us know that he's pulling us out of the countries and where the heathens, where we were around the heathens. And verse 25, then will I sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean. Okay. And then what does he say? Ye shall be clean from all your filthiness and from all your idols, which I shall cleanse you. Okay. So when he's saying all of your filthiness and from all your idols, and will I clean you? What is that filthiness about us that he's going to clean up? And that idols, what is he saying that he's going to clean up? That filthiness, from all your filthiness. And I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Don't stand on this devil platform acting like you don't know what filthiness he's talking about. You know, because what we do is we want to make him look like a lie so we can live the truth. Now we all, even Sister Deborah, I salute that bad boy. Father, clean my filthiness. And if I idols, clean that mess up in me. From head to toe, praise the Most High Yah. Do your will on me. Search me, Lord. So when you see here in 25, then I will sprinkle clean water upon you, and ye shall be clean from all your filthiness, and all of your idols will I cleanse you. So he's cleansing us from our filthiness and our idols. Nasty sin, that's a good one. In iniquities, that's another one. What about idols? When he said idols, no one knows. What was that? Concussion. Concussion. I don't know what that is. So here we are. Now you see the simple words. All the things we put before him. Yes, exactly. He's going to clean up that whole thing of what we put before him and idol. We put it before him, above him, and even to today, we still got that mindset. Okay. So he's going to cleanse that from us. He's going to sprinkle clean water and he's going to cleanse us from that. This is likened to Ezekiel chapter 11, verse 19. But I like Ezekiel chapter 36 because he's going to break it all the way down. And a lot of you are going to be very confused. Right? It can be whatever you worship can be an idol. Yes. Music, it's everything. He's going to clean that away from you. He's going to wash that from in you, on you, and away from you. He's going to cleanse that. I know that's right. That I say that all the time. I'm serious. And I tell him in my Psalms, I said, search me. Oh, yeah. Because I'm asking him to search me, cleanse me. You know what I'm saying? Anything in me don't represent you, Father. Be thou removed in you for thy name's sake. Search me. Yeah. I start my Psalms off with that. Okay. Now we in verse 26. It's finna get deep, y'all. It's getting ready to get deep. Verse 26 says, a new heart also will I give you. They're going to give again. And a new spirit will I put in you. What do the new heart and the new spirit have in common? The new heart also, we in verse 26, a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. What do the new heart and the new spirit have in common? What do the new heart and the new spirit have in common? Sin free? No. Because this is a new heart and a new spirit. What do they have in common? Exactly. They are oneness. They are the oneness. Okay. The new spirit and a new heart is a oneness. A oneness in what? The spirit realm. This is a spirit that has a heart. This is why Sister Deborah try her bestest to explain. And don't think, you guys, let me explain something to you all. Don't think that the Father don't take care of Sister Deborah. Because it's a horrible feeling to know that you can teach it in the spirit realm and have to live it in the spirit realm, the whole idea with it, all by yourself. So, but y'all still allow you to speak it. It don't mean that you speaking it that they might get it. It just meaning you speaking it because it is spirit and it is truth. It is what Yah desire for his servant to do. These are my rewards. Is that I do the will and be obedient to what he wants me to teach. Not the way man precept and line and little here and understand it. They understand it in the spirit. Now that's what I'm about to break down to you all. And I know several of you all haven't been on on this platform before, but I'm going to break it down. Right today, you have a spirit. That spirit has a mind, heart. Okay? It has, it's a spirit that has the same thing you are in the flesh. In the flesh, you have a spirit and a mind and a heart. The mind and the heart is pumped in the flesh. Okay? That's that and you have the flesh. Okay? So what this is saying that I will put a new heart, also will I give you a new spirit, and I will put it within you. So the spirit that you have, that he blown into you, many of you never knew because the way they have taught that spirit has a heart and a mind of itself, which is a oneness. The mind and the heart in it is a oneness, but they have I'm gonna deal with the heart because that's what it said. It's a oneness, but your flesh has a heart too. There go the two hearts, and the flesh has its flesh, and your spirit has its spirit. So here it's letting you know how he gonna restore your whole spirit. He's restoring your whole spirit. You know that thing he blew in you, his image, he blew in you so you can have a spirit. When he's going to give you a whole newness, a new spirit and a new heart. So look like he's going to be blowing in you again. Okay. And what else? And I would take away your stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you a heart of flesh. Right here in verse 26, every teacher should have taught everybody that the heart in the spirit is different from the heart in the flesh. That's why people don't understand the battle between the flesh and the spirit constantly, because they got so much in common with the direction in which they go. One is for the spirit and one is for the flesh. But what man did, man has turned everything of the flesh, and I'm not talking about man as male, humans. They have turned everything of the flesh into everything of the flesh, not understanding that you got right today a spirit that has a heart. And that's why they put soul in there, so you will never understand that you have a spirit and a heart. You see how messed up from the flow up we are as people, and you think he gonna wait until 2024 and come down here and try to beg you to understand. If you don't understand it from his service, you ain't gonna get it. That's just it, because he says finished, it's over. It's been here too many thousands of years. And you keep every year we take it totally out of the creation of he that's on the throne. We take it somewhere deep out and won't just leave it at the throne. When you leave it at the throne, you leave it him with all power, creating all things and know all things, do all things, have the beginning and end. But now we want to take it out of his control and make it about the flesh. And that's why we still where we at today is where we came from yesterday. Okay? Now, Ezekiel 36 and 26 is something you must highlight to keep in mind. When you go on that journey and he taking us, we still going to have that heart of flesh and that spirit that we have in us right now. And that heart is in our spirit. Now, right here, he has broke down that there are two hearts. Like Sister Deborah been telling y'all, twos. Been telling y'all that. There's a heart for the spirit and there's a heart for the flesh. And I think I've been saying that since I was on here 6 years ago. But do you think that the people get it? No. It goes in one ear and out the next. They didn't understand. Knowing that enhance your spiritual knowledge. See, they didn't know that. Because why they didn't know it, Deborah? Because they still stuck on their natural knowledge. Their fleshly knowledge. Their fleshly wisdom. Their fleshly understanding. Not knowing that those same things is in the spirit realm. Do you have that? No. Because they're over here trying to precept spiritual knowledge. They're trying to precept spiritual wisdom. They're trying to precept spiritual understanding. And it cannot be done. Okay? Even though they tell you to follow the Bible. They're telling you to follow the way we have come to see that is comfortable for us. We're supposed to be following the Ruach in us. Because if the Ruach is greater than he that's in the world, wouldn't he be greater than this book right here? I would think so. Okay, now, right here, he explained. Now, why is this here and we don't know that? Why is this here and we don't understand that? It ain't that he didn't put it there for us. What did he say in Romans chapter 1? They have turned the truth of Yah into that which is unrighteous and serve the creature, which is their own flesh, than the creator. That's where they at, Deborah. So if you have any issues trying to grip it, you know where they at. They serving the creature instead of the creator. Okay. So in verse, that was it with that one. That was it. He wanted you, first we have to see in Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 26 that he's giving us these things. So if you don't know who he is, you ain't going to appreciate all that he's done. How do you appreciate all that, who he is and all that he's done? If you're looking for the word love, you're lost in your own stupid sense. Because the love that the world is giving you wraps around the wicked and evil. That's why Tina Turner sung the song, What Do Love Have to Do With It? Because it has really, honestly, nothing to do with it. It's a man-made word that they have applied to deceive you to believe that it's the where it weighs heavily. And y'all study saying, I give. Even in the beginning, he said, let. That means give. To the end, a new heaven. Hold on, why is it new? I'm giving them a new heavens, Deborah. That's why. You see? And we're running our tails around here trying to make him the less of the less while we keep putting all the emphasis on the flesh of people and what they say and what they doing. Kick rocks. Because that's crazy. Now here we're going to go now into Jeremiah chapter 32. Let me see what time I got. I got a little time. Jeremiah chapter 32 and verse 39 through 38. Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 39 through 38. People, I'm going to tell you, this is the difference where Sister Deborah stands here and I see different, and I'm waiting for the Father to show me the proper reapproach. Because if I do it my way, Sister Deborah going to stand tall. I'm going to put it like that. Because there are all of these prophetess on this earth. And I want to give them the benefit of the doubt to let them shine in this darkness and bring light in the darkness. But to me, they're not bringing light in the darkness. Guess what y'all told me today, y'all? And that's a part of helping me to also be able to see a prophet is subject to a prophet. Okay. So when the Father said a prophet is subject to a prophet, he's meaning that the real spiritual prophets is subject to one another. He's not talking about the faith prophets. is subject to the real prophets. I'm gonna make it make real sense, y'all. I'm gonna make it make sense. He's not saying that the prophets are subject to one another. He's saying that the worldly prophet is subject to themselves. But my prophet, I don't know about the worldly, but my anointed, appointed, predestined prophets are subject to one another. I am to speak to them if I see error. They are to speak to me if they see error in me. You get what I'm saying? Why? Because we're subject to one another. So when I say to you, I'm waiting for the Most High to allow me to step in, instant, he said to me, what did I tell you today? Now I'm talking to y'all, he talking to me. I'm talking to y'all, he talking to me. I'm talking to y'all, he talking to me. He said, what did I tell you the other day about prophets? Guess what he told me, y'all? Blew me out. He said, Deborah, show me if there has ever been a time that you know of, because the world has smeared everything that I put down. They smeared it up and down. Where do I send a prophet to the world? I was like, ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. He said, when I send a prophet, I'm going to send a prophet to Judah and Israel. I'm not sending a prophet to nobody else. So all these prophets on this platform warning the world and talking to the world and gaining wealth doing it, those are not true prophets. See, the thing about it today, why is y'all warning the world that I'm getting ready to tear your tail up? I already told you that. I prophesied that I was going to tear your tail up. Why do I need to send somebody else to tell you I'm going to tear your tail up? But when I send mine to Judah and Israel, I'm sending it as a warning. I'm coming to do what I say I'm going to do. You better get it right. And then as I began to think, I said, Father, when you sent the prophet, they were for the house of Israel. They were for Judah. So why do you have all these prophetess on this devil platform prophesying that Yah is saying something to the world instead of addressing Israel and Judah only? That's what he said to me the other day. So this is what I said. I said, okay, I get you. I got you. I get it. I get it. But you know what I'm going to do? Tomorrow, that's going to be my topic. Is I'm going to search with the Ruach teaching me a time period in when he was sending to the world warning. Because that's what he told me. He said, they got the book in the Roman Catholics. They got the King James Bible. They got the Bibles. They got it in Christian. Show me one where I went to the world to tell them what I'm going to do to it. So all it's about, the Father is telling me this and this and this about this is going to happen. You cannot redo the prophecy. Yah is not giving you dreams and vision of his prophecy to reset and gain wealth and glory and honor. You're lying. And I'm glad that the Father allowed the false prophet to be there to give the people what they want, a lie. We are in such a critical time as this. It's no way you're going to be melanated and not speaking to Israel and Judah. No, and call yourself a prophet. No, you in too many worldly matters. The prophecy already went out to them. Open your book. Revelation 18 is telling you Babylon is going to be destroyed. The whole world knows Babylon going to be destroyed. Why? Because Revelation 18. So tell me what dream and vision Yah gave you in 2 years ago to tell it today what is going to happen when he already had it prophesied for the whole world to see and read. So when the prophecy, when he said that to me, now I'm so excited. I might not even go to bed tonight, y'all. I am so excited because just thinking about how I can go in and hear Yah give prophecies and warnings to the world in the instruction book. The Ruach gonna pull up and he's gonna break that thing down and show me. See, Deborah, see, I told you, see. And I'm gonna bring it forth before you all tomorrow because it's been a lie. It's a whole bunch of lies. And these prophetesses out here telling people it's time to get wealth. You're gonna get this. Y'all want me to let y'all know if these prophets are not telling you about him, his glory, his honor, who he is, what he's doing, what he did, and how he's gonna do it today, don't get involved in them. They are liars. And they good at it. That's the thing about it. That's why he said false prophets. They are good at it. Why? Because let me show you how good Yah at what he do. Since you want to be false prophets, wait a minute, hold up. I got you some false people to follow behind you and like and subscribe you. Here you go, some people. You want some? How many subscribers you need this week? Okay, I'll give you 1 million here. See, they're so ignorant, don't even understand. Yah's giving them what you got. If he prophesies, they're going to be false prophets. How can they be false to themselves? I got to give you people so you can be false too. Okay, now let's go to Jeremiah chapter 32 and verse 39. Now watch this here. Verse 39. Through 38. 32. Now I'm going the wrong way. 32. And we're not going to be long. 1 minute here. 32 and verse 39 and 38 through 39. I'm sorry, 38 through 39. Now listen to this, y'all. Jeremiah chapter 32 and verse 38 and 39. And they shall be my people, and I will be their Yah. And I will give them a heart of one way, and they may fear me forever, for the good of them and of their children after. Yeah, it's a lot going on there. Y'all don't get it, do you? There's a lot going on up in here. Jeremiah chapter 32, verse 38 through 39. It's a whole bunch of things going on in here, and it sounds so good. Look at verse 39. And I will give. Now, there go that give. I'm telling y'all, give and gave is who Yah is. It's not love. It's give and gave. Love is what the Roman Catholic placed in there. So you today can walk your tail around here and not know that the Most High is a give and gave. And this is why people's heart is so hardened in giving and gave. They can't give and gave. They can't give and gave their time. They can't give and gave their energy. They can't give and gave their support. They can't give and gave their care for one another. They can't give and gave none of it because first and foremost, they want to say that they are of Yah with no give and gave. Not understanding give and gave is detached to the fruit. Ooh-wee! Deborah, you gonna get in trouble tonight. You gonna be in trouble. You see what I'm saying? So here he's about to give you. Are you entitled to it? No. But he's about to give. That's who he is. In the beginning, he didn't say, I love you and I gave. No. In the beginning, let. You pull up let. In every definition, you're going to see the word give. Because he's giving you something right then and there. So here it is. Verse 39. and I will give them one heart. Ain't nothing on this earth worth receiving than what he has to give. Silver and gold is not worth this, baby. Your living your life, your choice, your free will you think you have, let me tell you something. None of it is worth living this. That's why it's always telling you it's better than silver and gold. I know you don't get it, because when you live so long of your life in darkness, you will never be able to see a pin needle of light. You're so used to darkness, seeing it in this form of darkness. And darkness represents a way of the flesh, the way of wicked and evil, the flesh of blindness, ignorance. No, I ain't gonna say ignorance, but blindness, foolish, and all the sin. That's darkness. When you live that life in there, it's hard for you to see a pin needle of light because you've been in darkness for too long. Now, right here in 39, he's sitting here telling you, I'm going to give you one heart and one way. Why is that? We spoke of that earlier. One accord. We all going to be going the same way. Ain't that beautiful? So when you get up to Mount Zion, all this sick mess from these men telling you 7 women to 1 man, men, you need to sit your tail down, your dried up tails down. I'm going to say it like it is. Your dried up tails down, because your tail will be right down here, clown. All that is a lie. Only reason why there's one man, as he wanted you to see, the majority of those that's leaving out of here are going to be women. And when they see a man, they're going to know that he is what? Holy. We ain't going to Mount Zion under this here polygamy. We ain't going in Mount Zion with all this abomination and all this sex trafficking. We ain't going under Mount Zion with all this divorce and marriage. We ain't going under Mount Zion with all that trash. Y'all bent. And I mean, you bent up and you bent down. You got it all the way wrong. We're going in Jeremiah chapter 32 and verse 39. He said a one heart. He's going to give them one heart and one way. Our hearts are going to be going one way, one accord. Something you don't have down here. And you ain't going to get it. A oneness is what he's trying to tell you. We're going to be going the way of oneness. We're going to be so on one accord and balance, y'all. So how in the rats behind are you going to have 7 women to 1 man in this Mount Zion? Y'all, Mount Zion is going to be holy of holy. So what makes you think he going to let you bring your flesh wives? How sick can you be? If you had your flesh wives here, he's letting you and your flesh wives, they're going to remain here. They ain't going nowhere near Mount Zion. You're going to leave that trash right on this earth. So have yourself a good time. Okay? So as he was saying, that they may fear me forever. You see that word fear? You see that word fear? How is it that Sister Deborah say that we came down here with the 4 brands: righteous, belief, faith, and fear? Those are y'all's brand. Those are y'all's brand. Those are y'all's brand for your spirit today down here on the earth. Those are his brands for your spirit today. Listen to what he says here. That they may fear me forever. Where's that fear coming to? And why is it needed? Why is that fear me forever? When they don't fear you forever with the fear that you have on this earth, like they should, that you branded them with, why is it they're going to fear you there? Anybody know? Anybody in the live chat? Anybody in the live chat, or everybody's dead? You know, the live chat is live. So is everybody dead? Okay, here we go again. And it says that they may fear me forever. Where's that fear pulling up at? And where is it coming from? Remember, the 4 brands is righteous, belief, faith, and fear. Those that came down to the earth, they were branded already in the spirit with those 4. Okay? Okay. We won't want to leave. No. The fear. That's a brand from the kingdom today. It's along with righteous, belief, faith, and fear. It's a brand from the kingdom already in our spirits before we got down here. Okay, here the Father, I'm going to say it because I believe everybody falling asleep is getting late. And this is the sort of thing I'll be saying to you all when you can't seem to see people getting it. The simple things. It's simple to me because I'm teaching in the line of spirit. But I guess somewhere on the line, I need to come on here and teach in the line of flesh. How much you bet this live chat will be booming then? And I'm going to do that one day. Not letting you know, and I'm going to talk all about flesh. And you watch all the people start keying in their info in the live chat. Everybody going to have something to say, as long as you're talking in the area of flesh. If I teach a fleshly message, y'all, I have a lot of people in the live chat. I have viewers left and right, long as I'm teaching flesh. Now, when he said fear, you know he put a new spirit in you. Okay? Now, this new spirit he said he put in you, he's going to brand that spirit with fear. He's going to brand that spirit with fear. And we all are going to fear him forever. We all are going to fear him forever. Okay? And it says, and for the good of them and of their children after them. So what did that mean about children after them? For the good of their children and their children after them. What does that mean? Reversatile fear. He's crazy. He said, "Buy grip for their 7 wives." You ought to quit. And you know they probably thinking that too. Probably think heaven's gonna have them bottled up. Heaven's gonna have it bottom, and the Mount Zion, you're gonna have them a big old pharmacy in Mount Zion. So whenever they need it, one can't even handle one. That's why they in every area of the woman's body, because they can't handle it the natural way. They got to go all kind of ways because they can't even their own private area can't handle the right way. That's why they up in there all kind of other ways. A lot of y'all don't know nothing about that, but you go back to Romans chapter 1, read that chapter. That's why he was saying all that stuff I'm saying right now. He allowed all that to be said. Changing the natural use, and I'm telling you, that's what all that's about. But yet you're going to be able to throw down on 7. See, it don't make sense. It's y'all said ain't no marriage in heaven. Oh, no, baby, we ain't in heaven, baby. We in... See, that's why I'm trying to get you to understand. And you, not just you, but everybody. We have to be able to come on, give him the glory. We got to give him the praise. We got to give him the honor. Mount Zion is not the heaven. Not as of yet. Because the world is going to be coming up to worship. They're going to be coming up to worship. That's how they're going to get an opportunity to come and say, our fathers has lied. They ain't going to say that to y'all Negro tails down here on the earth today, because you ain't nothing but a liar. So they ain't going to come to you and apologize. These sick people who make these videos about the Europeans and heathens saying y'all this and y'all did, what they done done to you and what they done done to you, when it's all said and done, what did he say in Matthew 24? They coming after your tail. So you can make videos after videos thinking that, oh, you're going to win them over and they're going to come to the knowledge of who you are. No, when they come up on Mount Zion trying to get up there to worship our Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yah, guess what? Then will they say, and only then will they admit that he is the I am. He is Elohim. He is the Yah of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Then will they turn away from their idol gods. On Mount Zion will the change come. Somebody needs to make a song of that. Because I'm sick. Sick of these people. Somebody needs to sing a song, make a poem on Mount Zion. Mount Zion is where it's going to be at, y'all. And we won't even praise him today. So that's why he said, but I tell you what, Israel and Judah ain't going to do it. But guess what, Deborah? When I'm done, guess what? The heathen's going to know. I'm like saying, but Father, why are you letting them know? Because Deborah, they serve a different God. But when they see me restoring Mount Zion and on top, and I'm restoring and I'm in the midst, they're going to look up and they say, ooh, that's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's Yah. That's him. That's him. That's the Yah of old. And they're going to begin to worship him. Who? The heathens and the Gentiles and the other nations, y'all. Why our clown tail's going to be on the journey getting up there to where he's at. Where he can clean our tails up so we can worship him the proper way. So when other peoples are coming up to Mount Zion. See, people, don't think Mount Zion is the new heavens that have come down. You can't put it there yet. Why? Because Satan is being chained for 1,000 years. You get what I'm saying? He's chained so he can't touch that realm no more with us. Okay? He can't bother us anymore. He can't come after us and get us to go up against our Yah. We in Mount Zion. We on holy now. Okay? But when he be let loose, you see what I'm saying? But you're going to have people coming up to Mount Zion trying to worship the Yah that we serve. And it ain't that we served, but that he served us. Oh, Father, I'm sorry. Forgive me, Father Yah. Oh, Father Yah, that's a hard way to see it. Search us, Father Yah, search us. That we served him. We ain't never served him. But that he served us. Oh, Father, forgive me, forgive me, forgive me. That's deep, y'all. That goes deep down to the bone marrow. Do it go? Ooh-wee, just that thought. Father, y'all forgive us. Forgive us, Father, y'all. That's deep. So here we are in Jeremiah chapter 32 and verse 39. He said he's going to put that fear in us so we will fear him forever for the good of them and of their children after. This is where you know you're not in heaven, baby. It's not the heavens. It's, he said there are children after. We're going to be having children up in Mount Zion, okay? So it can't be the heavens. Oh, you was talking about Matthew 22 and 30 for those, the believers in the 7 wives. Oh, wait a minute. The believers in 7 wives is in heaven. I mean, wait a minute. I must have got it wrong. Yeshua said, ain't no marriage. Right, exactly. Got you. You're right. But see, they thinking in Mount Zion. See, they talking about when we get to Mount Zion, they're going to have 7 wives to 1 man. But they don't even understand you're unholy. There's not going to be 7 wives to 1 man. I like them to go back to Ezekiel, where he told Ezekiel, can these dry bones live? And he knew. Ezekiel's like, what you asking me for? I'm in a vision. I'm in kingdom. I'm in the holiest of holy. What are you asking me? You know they can. You know all things, Father Yah. That's what Ezekiel was telling him. And the dry bones he called an army. And they are being taken over to Mount Zion as well. So it look like the men going to be messed up from the floor. Women, let's get us more husbands. Because that's what Yah said. He's not saying us we're going to get more husbands, but saying that he's going to have us in Mount Zion. It ain't going to be one is greater than the other. If anything being greater, it's going to be the men greater than the women. We're going to have more men than we have women. Okay. See, they so ignorant. They didn't see that in Isaiah chapter 3, where he said 7 women to 1 man. He was speaking of Mount Zion and how when the women see the men and there's very few men, they're going to call him holy. Why? Because we're on holy ground. Okay. They ain't saying that we want that same name he got. And y'all say, I'm going to give that to you up here. This is where you're going to be holy too. Because I purge you, woman. I purge y'all with fire. Purify you. That's what he did for Mount Zion. See, they don't know how to teach it in that realm. And you know what? On one side, I kind of feel sad for them. On the other side, I get chastised by y'all talking about I feel sad for them because they teaching it out of the order of spirit. But can they teach it in the proper order? No, they can't. That's where the sadness comes. They can't teach it no other way outside of what they teaches, because they're not in the spiritual realm. They're not teaching it through the ruach. They're teaching it through their flesh out. You see, that's how they're teaching these messages to you all. It's through the flesh. They're not teaching it to you through the spirit. And right here, he's explaining to you in Mount Zion, we're going to have children. Okay, they're going to be children. That's what he said. 39. And of their children after them. That's why we got a flesh, y'all. We're going to have all the organs and everything. We're going to have a flesh. You see? Yeah. It don't mean that we're in a place of different. We're still in it separate, except that he didn't clean it up, purify it. And this is why I was telling someone yesterday, be careful in y'all trying to compare the last Exodus to this one, because when you do that, you give him no glory, you give him no honor with neither nor. Okay, but you really mess up when you don't give him no glory, y'all really mess up when you don't give him no glory, when you don't see his power, when you don't see who he is, and then you make him not worthy to be praised and exalted and exalted and magnified. You know, instead we down here profaning his name, thinking we doing something in the name of what we're being taught. You see, the first Exodus has no connection in how he's going to do the second one. He has no connection. No, and I'm going to tell you the sad part is about it. When they came out of Pharaoh, they went to the wilderness. We're going up. We coming out of captivities, going to glory. Oh, Father Yah, why did you do that? I'm going to get in trouble. I'm going to be in trouble. Now, you tell me how you going to compare the first exit with the second one. Come on, somebody in the live chat, try to justify, clarify, and identify that. How you going to compare the first exit with the second one? I'm going to show you how you're going to compare it. Believing everything a man and a woman and taught y'all tells. And the Ruach ain't pulled up in you to tell you the truth of the whole matter. That's how. That's how. Because I'm telling you, when you come to understand and you match him, okay, let's do this. When he came out of Pharaoh, now I'm gonna mess with y'all. I'm just messing with you. When we came out of Pharaoh and we got delivered out of Pharaoh and we went into the wilderness, did we get a new heart? Praise the mighty Yah. Did we get a new spirit? Praise the mighty Yah. Did we get cleansed, clean, washed, sprinkled? Come on now. Come on now. Did he put a new name in us? Come on now. Come on. He put a new name in us. And that's another thing I have to go back to. Ezekiel 36. Something I skipped. I didn't mean to skip that. In Ezekiel 36, okay, let me see if this is. Where did it? No. And I will put my spirit in you. No, that's not it. I got to find that other scripture where he's going to put a new name in, put his name in us. He's going to put his name in us. And I'm like, saying, wait a minute, hold up, Father. Y'all, what you mean you're going to put your name in us? What you mean? We got your name. We know your name. We got your name, Father God. What you going to put a new name in us for? And what for? We already got the name. The name is Yah, Elohim, Ahia, Ahia, Abba. We got your name. We ain't got nothing. Stop lying. I sure should have had that packed in this here message. And I should have brought out 4 or 5 scriptures to show you. He's going to put a name in us. His name in us. So if, wait a minute, I said, Father, wait a minute, hold on. You going to put a name in me? Well, what's that name in me already? And don't I already have a name? You see, that's how messed up we are. We don't even understand we're going to the Holy of Holiness. And we're standing around here thinking we're going to take this trash of a mindset to glory. No, you're not. That trash going to stay down here. And it's going to be with you on the journey, but it's going to drop at that promised land. All right? So when people are trying to teach you that the heathens and Gentiles are going to switch up in the way they see us down here, don't let them deceive you. These are deceivers. They trying to change your mindset down on this earth as if he don't trust these people. He told you not to. So he's saying you cannot trust them. And it's not saying that you're not trusting. It ain't got nothing to do with nationality. It's just you trusting Satan over Yah. They're not going to change because they saying they know who you are. And you sitting here on the devil platform, that's the best you can tell your lost people who don't know who they are. You got 92% of your own tribe that don't even know who they are. But you rather tell the world that y'all sending you vision and dreams to warn them. But you don't know who you are. But how is it you going to tell somebody else what y'all is going to do and you don't even know who you are? How is it that you're going to think that he told you this is how it's going to be to the end and you sitting here trying to make it different? We're trying to make the lie. We're trying to twist the curse. Instead of saluting that bad boy and said, so shall it be, Father Yah. Let me know when you're ready for me. I'm ready for you. Take me to that promised land. No. We're sitting here trying to twist the curse to make it a lie. What do you mean, Deborah? When you think that you can get down here and show that everything that was said in the curse is a lie, because I'm going to make it a lie. You don't even understand, baby. You making it the truth because you Satan's seed and you staying right where you at. You ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere. So you ain't making the curse a lie. You're making yourself the liar and the child of the liar, of the father of lies. You're the child of the father of lies. So it ain't that you inherit and you doing this and you doing this down here and you got it going on, which the curse said the opposite. You ain't doing away with it. It's still being fulfilled. He just showing you, but you was the seed of the serpent. I wasn't talking to you. Okay. So understand, we're going to be having children. We're going to be eating. We're going to do everything. Y'all got this thing. He got it. He don't need us to check it and make it what we think it is, where flesh and blood have taught us it is. And when we go to this Mount Zion, another thing about the Mount Zion is you all don't understand the grafted in. Grafted in is grafted into Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ, as the world knows. That's where other nations were grafted into. Okay, now watch this. Now, when you see us get to Mount Zion, that's who's going to be coming up to worship with us. Okay, that's who's going to be worshiping with us, the grafted in. Okay, you see. And if they come up and worship with us, we don't know. Y'all might let them continue. They might continue. Most likely they're going to end up in there. You see? Because they're already grafted into Yeshua HaMashiach. They're not grafted into the promised land. He did not promise the land, the promised land to the heathens and Gentiles or the grafted in. The promised land was to a nation of people and tribes. Okay? It wasn't the promised land for heathens and Gentiles. Okay? But how they get in is on Mount Zion. You can hear them coming up to worship with us. And most likely that's how they're going to come in, because they're going to be strangers there too. You see what I'm saying? Oh, I know what the Father was sharing with me. He said, when you went to, when he brought you out of Egypt, okay, and you wasn't brought from Egypt to holy. He's bringing you from captivity to holy, okay? You're going to be on the holy land as it was back in the days of Eden, okay? That's the way it's going to appear to the whole world, and it's going to look, and it's going to feel, okay? So we need to stop, and I know y'all can't. I understand you can't, because you've been taught so much darkness. But I believe we owed it to the Most High to now teach it the right way, speak it the right way. The exodus of Pharaoh out of Egypt is totally different from the exit of out of captivity. Out of captivities, we're all scattered all over the world. We were only in one location in Egypt. So just thinking the working of the right hand of the Father, gathering us together on the four corners to bring us into a oneness to the promised land. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? And once you sit down and you see the captivity we're in now versus the captivity of Egypt, you'll say, wait a minute, Deborah, this is totally different. Yes, it is. Why? Because we today should be giving him glory and honor and praise for tomorrow, because it sets off 100% different than the first Exodus. It's giving us something to look forward to, eternal, and we ain't got the sense to give him the praise, the honor, or the glory of what he got planned. We standing our stupid tails down here listening to these fleshly messages, teaching us about the world and how they said we the people. Who gives a rat behind what they say? We should be looking to the hills from where and whom our help come from, because that's the hill where we're going to reside. I like that, because back as a little girl, I remember they used to sing songs, looking to the hills from whom our help come from. They had a song they used to sing about that. Just imagine. All them songs, everybody think that they was spiritual and they were holy. They were crap. They were crap because they really didn't give Yah the glory. They gave our mood, our feelings, and our emotion a feeling of happiness and joy, because we could feel the words in our flesh. And that's what we magnify them songs. We glorify them songs. We love them songs in our flesh. We never got the food for our spirit. That's why we're where we still at today. 400 years wasted. But wasted in, yet in all, the will of the Father. 400 years. So Sister Deborah, say, let me see here. Anybody have any questions? Or should we go to Jeremiah 17? We'll let Jeremiah 17 be the last verse. Jeremiah 17 and verse 9. Jeremiah 17 and verse 9. Jeremiah 17 and verse 9. Let's cover that and see what's going on. And I want to kind of show you here and how all these years in your life you thinking that you can really change who your flesh is, and you really can. And this is why it was important to get your flesh under the subjection to your spirit, because your spirit had a heart. You understand what I'm saying? See, your spirit had a heart, and we focus on the heart of our flesh because it carried the mood swings and the emotions and the personal opinion. So we wouldn't let the spirit have dominion over that. And that's where we stuck today in our flesh. Now, it said that we were supposed to get our flesh under the subjection to our spirit because the heart of our spirit is willing. Okay. But the heart of our flesh has always been wicked and evil. So we can turn to somebody and say, oh, this person is evil and wicked. But y'all want us to understand your heart is the same way. It's the heart of flesh. It's no good come out of your fleshly heart. Okay. I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. So when you get to Jeremiah chapter 17 and verse 9, it reads, the heart is deceitful. Now, what heart is that? What heart is that? In Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9, it says, the heart is deceitful above all things. What heart is that? Anybody know? Yes, it's above all, it's deceitful above all things. What heart is that? Now, don't forget, we got two hearts. What heart is deceitful? Now, you see how simple that question is. That question is so simple, but you can't get simple answers out of the flesh. You see that? It is of the flesh. Thank you. A heart, a flesh heart. And it says that above all things. Now, you see what I'm saying? So when we understand that the heart that's in our flesh don't mean us no good. It is deceitful. And this is what is it? Desperately wicked. Who can know it? Who can know it? Who can know it? Who can know it? That heart. That is a flesh heart. So what he's saying is, while we run around here and say, oh, I got a good heart. I mean, well, I got a good heart. I'm so this. Y'all want you to let you know you ain't got no good heart, baby. That heart follows your feelings, your emotions, your personal opinion. It is detached to your evil, your wicked, your iniquity, your sin. That heart. So when we enter in, and it says, who can know it? And a question mark, because no one wants to teach and preach that. You would never hear that in any church, any synagogue, no temple. You won't hear it taught by the Hebrew Israelites as well. These are the things we must focus on so we can understand why are we the way that we are. You see, when you got a reason, when you got a just reason to identify, clarify, and identify really why these things is, and Yah has given them to you so you can know. And we turn away from stuff like this. This is why they won't teach stuff like this. It's because they want you stuck in the darkness and not in the light. That's why it's always and have been always important to get your flesh under the subjection to your spirit. Let's say it again. Get your flesh under the subjection to your spirit. You see? And for that reason is Yah wanting us to understand that this heart is separate from the heart of your spirit. So get your spiritual heart to be overseer of your flesh heart. That's what he's been wanting us to do. But no one teaches people that. Someone says the Father knows what is really in our hearts. Yes, he does. But he knows what's really in our heart, because how do he know, since that you put that there, how do he know what's in our hearts? How do he know what's in our hearts? Anybody in the live chat, how do y'all know, not just because he knows all things, but how can we give him the glory by manifesting what he knows? So how do he know what is in our hearts? He knows our real, he knows what is real. Wait a minute. The Father knows what is really in our hearts. That our hearts is detached to our brain and thoughts. Okay. He put it there. Okay. You know why? Exactly what I was just saying. And this is why I say just it'll go over your head. The way he designed it was that we were to let our spirit have dominion over our flesh, because the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. Okay? This is where we should be getting the flesh under control of the spirit. Not the flesh controlling the spirit, but the spirit controlling the flesh. So, because in your spirit is your flesh ways, so your flesh heart is ruling your spiritual heart. That's why he really knows what's in our hearts. Say, for instance, Sister Deborah got a spiritual heart, and my flesh is ruling, doing all what it's doing. It's ruining. It's have dominion over my spiritual heart. That's how we're going to be judged in the kingdom, by our spirit. And in our spirit heart, it's going to be the ways of our flesh, because we never got our flesh under the subjection to our spirit. You get what I'm saying? So when he see our hearts living out our flesh heart ways. That's why he knows our heart. Are you letting your heart rule, or are you letting your flesh rule? That's what he said. I told y'all to get your flesh under the subjection to your spirit. And that's what I was explaining to you all. The world called it empath. And I'm reading that if I'm empath in the flesh, in the world, why is it connected to my spirit? It's because my spirit has gotten my flesh under the subjection to the world. See my flesh as empath, which is a sense of the spirit. How can the world get a sense of the spirit in the word empath in the study? Because when you get the flesh under the subjection to the spirit, then the spirit pours over into the flesh. They say they say they can't understand it. They don't know how. All they know that empath has a detached to some sort of higher energy, higher power, and they think it's spiritual. But yet they call it in the flesh empath of the flesh, which it is of the flesh. It's a part of getting your flesh under the subjection to the spirit, to where your flesh begins to mimic the spirit ways of the heart, of the spirit. You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm going to mess with y'all. Now, watch this. Y'all desire that we understand the spirit realm and get the flesh under the subjection to the spirit, because the only thing he will abide in is your spirit. He don't deal with your flesh. And when he abide in your spirit, he calls your spirit now his temple. Okay? Where he abide. You see how important it is to get that flesh tamed by your spirit? Because that's how Yah is going to tame your flesh. It's through your spirit. Now, I'm going to mess with you, and I'm just going to be messing with you. This is the reason why Sister Deborah say that you should never be under submissive to a man. And a man should never be submissive to you until you have submitted your spirit before Yah. It's nothing wrong with letting your husband be the head and the ruler. But first, we got to get this flesh in control. And these men don't even have the sense to understand when you're trying to feel that you're a king, leader, and ruler over a household. He made you head. He made you that. You're doing it out of the flesh. Because your own spirit don't even control your own flesh. I'm messing with you. And I shouldn't be taking you down that deep, but I'm going there. I got the time. Okay? So since I stepped in that realm about the flesh getting being under subjection to the spirit, that's where a man should want a wife submissive. Your spirit is under subjection to your own. Your flesh is under subjection to your spirit. I want a wife who's gotten her flesh under the subjection to her spirit. I want a husband who's gotten his flesh under the subjection to his spirit. And all that stuff that they bring in would be defeated because now our flesh of each one of us is ruling us. That's the place y'all abide. Now let's get him in there. Let's get him in us because he's the one going to clean our house out. What is the house? The spirit. The things, instead of letting you let the flesh rule. But these men are saying, put your flesh woman under my control. Y'all ain't called nobody flesh to be submissive to a man. It was meant as the spirit. Because once both spirit has submitted to him, to Christ, that power, then you are equally yoked to marry. And that's a marriage that I have joined together, said the Most High Yah. That's the type of marriage that cannot be as under by man. It's the marriage where you all can fully understand the spiritual route of the Father. He must be first. And for him to be first, we got to let him live in our spirit to tame our flesh. Once each side been tamed by their spirit and the spirit of Yah now being the head in their life, Yah put them together to work on his behalf. You see what I'm saying? They working both on his behalf. But see what the flesh of man tells these women? A man is the head. He's the leader. He's the ruler. He's supposed to do this. And this is why I'm against everybody on these devil platforms, especially these women and men that teaches people that. These people been on here 20 and 30 years and don't understand a man is not so supposed to be head over somebody's flesh. If his flesh is his worst enemy, why do he need your flesh that's your worst enemy to be over? If his flesh is his worst enemy, why do he need your flesh, which is your worst enemy, to be submissive to him? Don't make sense, do it. Make it make sense. See, they don't understand that. But only one can explain that is the Ruach. Because he knows the intent for a spirit. Why would I give you my image like unto who I am? I'm a spirit. For it to not to have dominion over the outer man. He said the light in them shineth, Deborah. It shineth, but they don't comprehend it. And it is so true. You do not comprehend your spirit. You give the dominion to your dark flesh. That's why John, the Gospel of John, chapter 1 and verse 4 says it. Or what's that 5? Oh, Deborah, the light shining. And I said, Father, that feels so sad. He said, don't be sad about it. But it's shining. I put it in them. My own image. They got an image like me. I gave them a light. It's in them, Deborah. It's shining. And that's what it's telling you. It's telling all of y'all cuckoo clocks that I put a spirit in you that really shine. But your flesh refused to comprehend it. Why? Because you will not allow your spirit, that light that shineth, to succeed that dark flesh of yours. And you're walking around here think you got it together from A to Z and you ready to go to Mount Zion. Come on now, be real. Be real. So it's just a sad place we have been, but yet it's not a place to me. What I know now, I see that toward those who don't know it. But let me explain why the Father said that I need to stop saying sad, because he created the narrow gate. And the narrow gate says it is the way. but very few shall find. And when Sister Deborah get on here thinking that she's going to influence and speak like the keys to the kingdom, and they're going to all get the keys, or they're going to all be able to open up the door. And when she feels that they can't open up the door, they don't have the keys, they can't enter in, then she feels sad. He said, stop feeling sad. I told you the gate was narrow. I told you few shall do what? Find. So you can't expect them to find that which I have not set up for them to find. But I do believe somewhere in my spirit that narrow gate is a group of people that finds the way to what? Life. Few shall find that way. And then that has no bearing to the other people. Okay? The two gates are too broad. A broad gate and the narrow gate. Somewhere in me, this is just me. I ain't saying you this is true. I cannot tell you it's true. Because it's set up like there's two ways that he created. And only one is going to find its way to the narrow gate. The key word is find. Find. Shall find. As if it's the way it's going to be. And then he made sure you understand few. I want to believe in my spirit that just some certain specialties. Let's put it like that. And I'm going to leave it right there. That's the way I try to hold on to the fact that, yeah, okay, those who are going to find, and they go into the narrow gate, they're going to find life. It's just a small amount, and that's okay. That's just a different group of people. But there's others. That's the way I try to really embrace it. Mm-hmm. But the way I teach shows me that I'm going through this narrow gate. And that's why I get saddened, because I can feel even through the conversation that, it's like they don't know the way. They can't find a way. They can't go through the narrow gate. And I'm gonna be honest, that's the way I feel. But it's just like he had to chastise me for those years I've been on YouTube to explain to me, Deborah, I didn't give you no keys to hand out to nobody. You run around here with the hope. See, I got a different heart than y'all do. Because no matter how I talk, the way I talk, I got a different hope. I would want everybody to enter into eternal life. To the kingdom, not to the fire. That's just me. So my hope was that, okay, if you gave it to me, I give it to them. See, I'm crossing the wrong way, because I'm thinking that if he gave it to me, if I give it to them, they gonna have it. No, that ain't how it go, Deborah. See, I thought that's what it was. That's why I was on there hooping and hollering, couldn't understand, and kept getting off and couldn't understand. I looked back at my, I explained it to you all, but I look back at my YouTube, and it's last time I came back on back in 1920. 2020, I got back on here. And from that time to this time, I got 1,200 and something videos, you guys. It shows 1,200 videos. And I'm sitting here looking at that, and I said, Father, you mean to tell me I gave that much food for the spirit? And yet, that's what made me think about the narrow gate. Y'all understand what I'm saying? When you don't have subscribers and likes, and you don't have people viewing, you're trying to figure out, wait a minute, I know I'm giving spirit and truth. That's that narrow gate he was talking about. See, the narrow gate is representing something, and it's a narrow for a reason, and few will find it for a reason. So when I look back at that, and I said, okay, what they did when my son put that monetize on, do you all know that they went all the way back for 1,200 and 20 videos to monetize all of them. You see? And I'm like saying, is that not crazy? I had these videos on here since 2020 because I had got off. Had not I gotten off, I started off, you guys, 6 months. I had probably just 6 months on YouTube. I had something like 3,600 subscribers. 6 months. I done away with that. Waited 6 months again. Poured up again. I got up to like 5,000. Poured that out. Got back up in 2000 and I think I did about 3 times. Yeah, 2020. And at that time, there was no, and what I realized is when I got back at 2020, I realized that everybody was eating all the wrong food. They wasn't eating spirit and truth. They wasn't, they spirit wasn't even searching spirit and truth. They was eating all the food off these men plates. All kind of Hebrew Israelites pulled up, and they had already been in existence, but they were feeding so many people. And everything I was saying was the opposite of what they were saying. And I was like, wait a minute, Father, I know this one gonna pull up. Oh, he talking too good. Wait a minute. Oh, he gonna pull. And then as I'm listening to him, I'm saying, okay, now, bro, don't leave. Where you going? No. Bro, come on, open up the key. Take your key. Take your key and open the door. Opening up the door and taking your key is come pull up with spirit and truth. Pull up with some spirit and truth on them people. Tell the people the truth. Pull up spirit and truth, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. So I'm like saying, okay, that's the narrow gate. The narrow gate is the way that leads to the to life, and very few shall find it. It's not meant that people find spirit and truth in the way that Yah is holding the cherubim and the torch for them to see truth, and that's found in that's watch this here. Watch this here. In Genesis chapter 3. Now listen to what he said. Listen to what he said. And 23. Therefore, Yah sent Adam and Eve forth from the Garden of Eden to tilt the ground from whence he was taken. Okay? Now watch this here. They didn't have to tilt the ground had they not sinned. So you see what I'm saying? So the labor came in after the sin. That's why you can't take the labor 6 days of the flesh, and on the 7th day, it's about rest for the same flesh. See, we done took the Sabbath and made it flesh worldly and didn't keep the spiritual part of the Sabbath, because we know he don't need no rest. So what is you talking about, Father Yah? That was given before the sin. That was given after the labor of creation. In the spirit, the word spoke, his power brought it all forth in 6 days. On the 7th day, his power rests. So you got to be able to bring that back over to a spiritual meaning. And y'all stuck on stupid talking about Sabbath in a way of the flesh. My flesh works 7 days. Woo! It's my flesh works 6 days, and on the 7th I rest this flesh. 99 billion believe it like that, because that's the way they taught it, even to today. Instead of realizing, wait a minute, this rest was before Adam and Eve. So what is this rest in? Y'all didn't lie. Y'all ate lied. Y'all drunk lies. Y'all slept on lies. Y'all woke up lying. Y'all living in lie. You're going to die lying. That's why he said Hosea chapter 6 verse, or is it Hosea chapter 4 verse 6? Or Hosea chapter 6 verse 4 is my people, they gonna perish, Deborah, due to the lack of knowledge because of them rejecting knowledge. It still stands today. It's still saying today. That's why he keeps saying, stop saying it's sad. I knew this way. Every sin, every wicked, every evil, every righteous, every good, every unjust. I knew it, Deborah, baby. It ain't nothing to be sad about, baby. I get you flesh, and I get you feeling it because you feeling what I felt in the heaven. And I'm spiritual. I'm the creator. So I get you. I get you. But I want you to know it's no need in feeling sad. You know, so here in Genesis chapter 3 and verse 23 and 24, therefore Yah sent forth from the garden of Eden and tilled the ground. From hence he was taken, meaning Adam was taken. And this is what he said, 24. For he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the garden of Eden a cherubim and a flaming sword, which is the word, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life. You see, it matches the narrow gate that leads the way to the tree of life. And very few, Deborah, are going to find it. So where are you saying that? That was back in the beginning, and there's instructions and direction book back in the beginning when it was just Adam and Eve. So where are they today? I left the torch burning, which was the word, the flaming sword, which is and was the word for them, so they can find the way. And here you pull up, and I'm suffering you to find the way, and you feeling sad they don't know the way. But think about how long it been here. The way been there. I put it in them. They need to read Romans chapter 1, Deborah. I put it in them before they were born. I put it in them to know the way, to know me and my Godhead. He's talking about that power. And the power. The Godhead is Christ, but he said he put it in you. In the men. That's what he said, but I believe we all gets it once we come forth. So I say unto you, I sit back and I try to grip this here in a way of thinking that if I come and I bring it like this and I do it this way, truly they're going to grip it. But some going to come and go and still going to be the same as they were the day before. And all the words are going to be vain and vexed to their ears, because he said he that has an ear, that means a spiritual ear. Why is it the spiritual ear? Because the Ruach ear reside in your ear, your spiritual ear, so you can hear truth. You see? And when they hear truth, then truth become who they are. But the problem we have today is people are not hearing truth because they got too much darkness. Wax ears. They don't have the ear to hear. And they take it on this mentality of role playing, playing it for what it's worth. But another thing that identify and helps me is learning the fruits of the Spirit. Also, it's what he said, you will know them, Deborah, from the fruits of the Spirit. They don't have those characteristics. And that's a good way of identifying them. So that's why I always get in trouble when I be asking them, like, say, if I was to go somewhere today and I come home, I go somewhere and somebody approach me and I would get home and I would say to the Father, I said, now who was that? Because I don't believe no one come to me that y'all don't draw. That's just me. Even you all, a lot of y'all don't really understand. You ain't here because you come to listen to this old hen. You come in either because Yah drew you or you curious. And curious ain't gonna get it. You see? So what he's saying is that the same thing Yeshua said, all that I have not lost one. That's why Sister Deborah don't have no problem with people coming and going. Sister Deborah don't have no problem with that. You see, because all that is present is all that he has brought forth. Serpents is always slithering in and slithering out. A lot of people can't take to what Sister Deborah is saying, and they think it's what she's saying that it is. What's getting to them is who's in already in your spirit. Your flesh is so used to fleshly messages feeding it what it calls truth, to where when you hear something instant, oh no, and no matter how it's broken down all the way to the ground, and you still yet can't get it, because once you are a student of idoling, worshiping other gods, and what see, back in the days, you remember how they used to build them towers and all that stuff, and them animals and different beasts, they build them and worship them as a god. The Father want me to let you know, men and women, especially men, is what people are worshiping today as they God. And like I said before to you all, that example of submitting, Yah never created us to submit to flesh. And that's why we messed up from the floor, and we're going to continue to be messed up, because our mindsets is so screwed up. We look at everything on the flesh level. Oh, this is the righteous. And then you call the spirit a lie, because what? You don't believe that the spirit really exists and can be right. Why? Because you can't see it. But your flesh, oh, I can see him. I can see, yeah, I go to him because he preaching good. He teaching good. Why? Because you can relate to him from what you see. But what you did not understand, faith is the substance of things unseen but yet believed. So therefore, you can't see the spirit realm, but it's ruled all things. You see? And that's where it goes back to say, oh, I'm sad, but no, you don't be sad. Because how many more years would you think, Deborah, that I should give all flesh? How many more years must I give all flesh? I've given them 6, 7, 8, 9,000. What more can I give them? I can't even give them no more, because they are fully active in the flesh and have no spiritual good in them at all. So this is the reason why, and this is for you all, everyone, this is the reason why it's not important to be submissive under a man's flesh, even if you are married to him. Because if flesh is my worst enemy and its flesh is his worst enemy, what good would he have my flesh submitted to his flesh? That's why you see the chaos in the marriage. Do you see the marriage and how they killing each other? The children is being killed, the mama and daddy, all of this is flesh. And you know, in the name of what the world called love, and try to put my Yah underneath they love. Come on now. Don't make sense. Make it make sense. And they have trapped him underneath that, to those who see but cannot see, those who hear but cannot hear. They can't see and hear and believe that, wait a minute, everything he did was give and gave, so he got to be give and gave. But if we say he loved, then we are the one who orchestrated the word love. That wasn't the word present back then. So who pulled that up and defined it as him? But give and gave been in existence since the beginning, because the first thing he said in Genesis 1 and verse 3, that means give them what I have my power to bring forth. Give it to them. See, that's what I'm saying. So when we sit and we think that being submissive under a man, all you being submissive is under his flesh. And if his flesh is his worst enemy and your flesh is yours, that's why your marriage is messed up from the floor. But in the name of the feelings that you got caught up in your flesh, you continue to stay married. And then you don't have no spiritual foundation. The foundation of the spirit is what holds your family up, y'all. It holds the marriage up and it holds the family up. You're talking to a woman whose father and mother had been married something like 65 or more years. Okay? So when when you're running around here, and let me explain that. Let me say that since I said that, I'm gonna say that, I'm gonna let you go. My mother and father was married all those years. But my mother, I felt, because she had 7 children, that was her life, because she was miserable. Okay. So all this trash y'all go around here and feeding people, talking about, oh, a marriage and I've been married this many years and this many, miserable. Did my father have children outside? Never seen my daddy stay one day away from home. 7 children by my dad, but my mother was miserable. I seen that happen to my sister too. Married to this man and was miserable the first year, on all them years. Miserable. So it's a game everybody playing. They don't understand those are fleshly marriages. Fleshly marriages. That you united yourself under something that says that y'all have joined together, let no man put you under. Now you may kiss the bride. Baby, you got to understand it in the spiritual realm. So Sister Deborah, I'm at my too many hours mark, and I appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live chat, and I hope that you got something out of it. And if not, just look over the video again and just take out food for the spirit, and pack your backpack and take out what's good for the spirit. But first and foremost, I want to let you all know is nothing is more important than leading the people to the bosom of the Father. All this other trash ain't worth nothing. Nothing is more important. So when you get on here in the Facebook and Twitter, Pinterest, and all these places entertaining these people, you're actually removing what you got invested in you to go to those who speaking for the world or to the world. Because like I said, these prophetess and these prophets are pulling up and saying things that thou said the Most High is not saying, because he is not giving you the same prophecies that he got wrote down and giving it to you in the dream to resell, and thinking you're telling the world something that was already told thousands of years ago. That's not the true prophet, y'all. That's somebody who's racking up money. That's who that is. Okay. So those are not true prophets nor prophetess. That's all. It's a lie. I hear him talking about we in a time of prospering. This one guy, he been getting booming and booming. Oh, it's time. Y'all finna bless us. We're going to get homes, and we're going to get everything that we lost. We're going to gain this. We're going to have homes, and he's going to bless us on jobs and give us jobs. Baby, you don't even know what's going on in the world. You see what I'm saying? So he's giving you food for the flesh to keep you here thinking that it's all about the things, materialistic things, and not about the spiritual things. When you start to walk in the spirit, y'all never knew that, did you? That's what he wants us to walk in, spirit. He said, walk in the spirit, and you will not, entertain the flesh. Why? If you walk in the spirit, many of you all don't understand it. If you walk in the spirit, you won't, how would I say it? Support the flesh in its doing, its wickedness. But you have to walk in it. See, walk in it. The spirit. See, a lot of y'all think it's about walking in your flesh. And you mend your whole mind to believe that. Sister Deborah can't do nothing with that. But Sister Deborah could continue to teach and give messages regarding the spirit. But the most important thing I want you all to do is more so bring your whole strength of who you are, your mind, your heart to a level of worshiping the Most High Yah, more so than anything, more so than worshiping yourself, your husband, your wife, your children, your mama, your daddy, your friend, your neighborhood, your community, and most of all, people's jobs. Because what I think is going to happen, people are looking at what they have in their job, and y'all got to break that. He got to try that by fire, and that's what he's doing in this day and time. He got to try you by fire. That means everything that you thought that was holding you up to have what you have and to be what you be and to get what you get, he's going to try it all by fire. And it's going to be tried by fire just to show you who you really represent. Because a lot of people want to take the things they have and they got, and they just praise it and glorify it and honor it and put it on pedestal and me, and mine. But Yah's going to try it by fire. He don't care about you in no job. Why do we think that Yah is manifesting all of himself into you and what you got going on? I don't know where y'all at, but where you're going to be is in this land of your captives. You ain't going to go to that journey to get out of here. And if you go, you ain't going to make it to that promised land, because he's purging individuals on the journey. So I, Sister Deborah, wish that you you got something out of it. I really do. And I will be back. And I appreciate each and every last one of you all in the live chat. Shalom and shalom.